Okay, I'm not too sure what's going on with YouTube. It's not with Facebook. It is not liking it at all. Right. Let's... Cool. Sorry about that if people are just trying to tune in. I'm not too sure what's going on with Facebook at the moment. I also can't see if there's anyone watching. Oh, there's one watching. Is that me? Might be me. As we maybe wait for some people. Cool. We will just start the lesson. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with Facebook. Okay, in the chat comment, you should see a Patreon. If you enjoyed this lesson or enjoyed my videos, I've got a Patreon, so you can sign up to different tiers. Yeah, you get some tabs, or you might get a lesson. It depends what you choose. But moving quickly on to today's lesson, we're going to be looking at the riff to Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. It's a pretty classic guitar riff, and it's a little bit tricky for beginners, I think. There's a lot of kind of finger movements, and there's also a little, you either bar it or you move your finger. It's a little bit tricky. Okay, so if you don't know what the song is or the riff, then I'll just show you it now. Okay. Okay, that second bit was just the verse, where it changes a lot. You got that really kind of minor sounding riff, and then it goes into like quite happy. So let's have a look. Okay, so to start this riff off, we're going to put our first finger on the second fret of the low E string, so your F sharp. Okay, and it's kind of up to you how you want to pick this. You can downstroke all of it, or you can do alternate picking. I think when I just played it then, I was doing alternate picking, but you can downpick all you want. I think the actual track might be downpicked, all of it. So whatever you want to do, downpicking sounds quite rock and roll. Okay, so we're going to play that second fret low E twice. Okay, so just 2 downstrokes or down up, whichever you want to do. And then we're going to use our third finger to play the 4th fret on the A string. Okay, so we got okay, fairly straightforward so far. It's just playing a F sharp power chord. Okay, and then this is where it gets slightly tricky. So we're on our 4th fret A. We're going to go back to our 2nd fret low E. Okay, and now we're going to stretch over to our 5th fret A. Okay, so what I recommend with this is sometimes beginners, they'll play that, but maybe they'll have their thumb in the wrong position. So to get this kind of stretch, what you really want to do is bring your thumb, mine's kind of like just under halfway of the guitar neck, and that's probably a good position that enables you to get this stretch. And it's the same if you want to stretch across multiple frets. Say if you want to go 5, 7, 9, my thumb is right the way down my guitar neck, and that allows me to get that stretch. So if it's up there, if my thumb's there, then I can't stretch that far. Okay, so you can kind of see my arm moving down and I'm kind of a little bit round, so it allows me to get there. You just can't do it too much, otherwise it will kind of mess your wrists up. Okay, so what we've got is 2, 2, 4. Okay, so we've hit that 5th fret A. And we're going to go back to the F sharp. And then we're going to go to the 4th fret A. Okay, so we got okay, so 2, 2, 5, 2, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 4. Okay, and I think of that as like the first section of this guitar riff. Okay, and after the 4, it then goes back to the 2. The 2nd fret on the low E, so 4, 5, 4, 2. Okay, 2, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2. Okay. Okay, and we'll just play it once more slow. Okay, and that's the kind of first half. And then this is where it's a little bit maybe tricky, because you're going to have to go from this 2nd fret low E, your F sharp, down to your B, which is the 2nd fret on the A string. Okay, so you can, I would recommend almost barring it, but then moving your finger down, because otherwise you'll get a bit of bleed between the 2 notes. So what I recommend is planting your first finger, going there to there, and kind of just rolling it down. And then this is where we've got another stretch again. So I use my little finger. We're going to go on the 5th fret of the low E string. Okay, so we've got so it's 2nd fret A string, 5th fret low E, 4th fret low E, back to the 5th fret low E. Okay. And then back to the 2nd fret on the A string. back to the 5th fret on the low E, 4th fret on the low E, and then the low E open. And so okay, so that section put together is 2, 5, 4, 5, 2, 5, 4, open. Okay, and that is the main bulk of the riff. So that happens 3 times. So we're going to do it slowly from the beginning. Okay, and we're going to put them 2 sections together. So if we just do it slow. And then after 3 times of them sections together, it then comes to the end. So the ending on the 4th time that you're going back to this 2nd fret low E, you're going to the beginning of the riff again. So 2, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 4. But then after the 4, we're then going to the 2nd fret on the A string. Okay, so okay, so the way to think of it is the main bulk riff is them 2 sections where you start on the F sharp, and then you got the section where you start on the 2nd fret of the A. You play them 2 sections together 3 times, and then on the very last time, it's shortened down. You just got the 4, 5, 4, 2. Okay, and then the next part of that is just a D power chord. So the D power chord is your first finger on the 5th fret of the A, and then your little finger on the 7th fret of the D string. You just play it once, so you should just strum it once. And then the next chord is, you're kind of like playing an E power chord, but you're playing all of the strings. Creates quite a large sound, I think. Okay, so it's okay, so that's that very last section. So let's pull it all together slowly. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is the intro riff pretty much broken down, and it's straightforward but difficult at the same time. Because it's been quite a short lesson so far, I'll just teach you very quickly the bit that it goes into. Okay, so what we're doing is we're playing some triplets. Okay, and we're palm muting them. So we're palm muting this open A. Down, up, down. Down, up, down. Okay. So we're going down, up, down, down. Okay, and the chord we're playing here, it's essentially an A major chord. It's just a triad of it. Okay, so first finger's on the 5th fret of the B string. Second finger is on the 6th fret of the G string, and then the third finger is on the 7th fret of the D string. Okay, so we've got okay, if you're new to triplets and kind of the I kind of suggest to ignore the chords to begin with and just make sure you're getting your right hand okay with the okay, and then the next chord we're going to put our third finger on the 6th fret of the D string, our first finger on the 4th fret of the G string, and then our middle finger on the 5th fret of the B string. Okay, and it's exactly the same again. Before you play that chord, it's a triplet of open A's, palm muted. Okay, so we got, and then the next chord is exactly the same shape, but move down 2 frets on each finger. Okay, exactly the same again. Okay, just some advice for the triplets: just relax, relax your wrists and just relax in general, and then the triplets will come much easier. Okay, because if you tense up, then it's a little bit more difficult. It doesn't flow as easy. Okay, so we got. So after this chord here, it's then again the triplets of A's, and then just a normal A power chord. Okay, so it's open A, 2nd fret D, 2nd fret G, and 2nd fret B. Okay, and then there's this little lick where he slides from 3 to 4 and then goes back to the A. Okay, so when you first get to that A, holds on it a little bit longer, and then at the kind of very last moment it goes. Okay, and then it goes back. Okay, and it's more for kind of like intermediate players or more advanced players. So the very last lick, so you play that, you play the chords and the triplets exactly the same. Okay, but instead of doing we do some pull-offs. Okay, so what we're doing is it's part of the F sharp pentatonic. Okay, and what we're doing is we're pulling off from 4 to 2 and then pulling off to 0 at the same time. Okay, so you can use your third finger, I think, but for me I just feel things are a bit cleaner with my little finger. But I know sometimes when you're learning guitar, little finger isn't the strongest, so if you're not feeling confident, then just use your third finger. Okay, and then it's just a really quick. Okay, so you're doing that 4 pull off to 2 pull off to 0 on the G, the D, and the A string. Okay, so before you put these two sections together, Okay, rather than hold on that A the last time round, the pull-offs come on pretty quick. Okay. Once you kind of get one string down, the others are fairly straightforward after that. Okay, and that is as much as I'm gonna delve into it. Obviously, there's much more to the song, and to be honest, like the chorus, again, you'll be able to pick that up. It's pretty much just power chords. There's a few licks in there, some pentatonic riffs that are good, but yeah, that is the main riff and part of the verse as well. Some really good skills to learn, like if you learn to alternate pick or whether you down pick it, moving your finger kind of down as well and keeping it clean. And then for the verse, you got the triplet. So yeah, that is it. Sorry, it was a bit of a weird thing. It wouldn't. First off, my original event wouldn't stream at all, and then when I did it in the normal way, Facebook didn't seem to like it. So maybe it's something to do with Facebook, I think. But if you're viewing on YouTube, thank you for watching. I left my Patreon in the comments, so if you can just tip me or subscribe, post videos every week. This week it's going to be a video on how to play Californication by Red Hot Chili Peppers. So it's a really sick song, and I appreciate any support, any views, likes or subscriptions to my channels. My channel, actually, I've only got one. Okay, so until next week, I will see you then. Don't forget you can watch this video back on YouTube and pause it and practice, and it will be there for you. Cool. I will see you next week.